It's been 10 years since a full-length Silent Hill game or movie released. 8 years since anything Silent Hill related released, ending with PT. 8 years of rumours and leaks, as well as silence from Konami. Silent Hill has finally come back. Welcome back, Silent Hill. What a time we live in now. Having Dead Space, Alone in the Dark, and now Silent Hill back. Horror is really shining lately. It's such a weird feeling having Silent Hill back after all this time. Most fans thought it would never come back. But Konami broke the silence and announced 5 new projects. 5! That's nuts. They've come back in a big way. What I want to do is go over the announcements and trailers, and give my own thoughts and ideas on what we see. Though I will mostly be talking about Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill F, and going into the other titles a little since there's not much to go off yet. Let's get into it. Starting with Silent Hill Townfall. We don't get much with this game as of yet. It's still pretty early in development. But from what I've read up, it's said to be an indie episodic game. Not too sure how it will work. The creative team on it has developed games like Untold Stories and Observation. I don't know too much about those games personally, but from what I've seen, they've been in episodes and gameplay would consist of interacting with the environments to escape the situation you were in, which I think works well for Silent Hill. I think if they do something like that with the brand, it'll be very fresh. Going off the trailer, it looks very nice and has a real art feel to it. But yeah, there's not much to go on. Recently though, a user on Reddit extracted the Townfall trailer audio and converted it to an MP3. There's text in the Satrogram, which looks to read, has now stopped. Very interesting. Take with that what you will. Not sure what was going through the person's mind that ended up figuring that out, but okay. Stuff like that reminds me of PT, having the community work things out. Now let's talk about the Silent Hill movie, Return to Silent Hill. So we have a new movie on the way with the director of the first film, Christoph Gans. This film is going to be based off Silent Hill 2. Now the film seems very early in development since they just show art pieces of what they want to do, probably starting filming early next year, and we might see it late next year or the following. It's going to be weird though that we are getting a Silent Hill 2 remake and the movie adaptation very close together. I do enjoy the original movie, less said about Revelations the better. Though the main protagonist was changed and they had a lot of creatures from Silent Hill 2 in there, even though they followed the Silent Hill 1 storyline. I did think the movie had the feel of Silent Hill though. It had the atmosphere. And the music was great, having tracks from the Team Silent games. I think he'll have the same approach with the new film. Looking at the art pieces, we see characters. One of them looks like James, but has long hair. And then you got someone that looks like Mary, which actually looks very like Mary. And then you got what seems to look like Eddie. So I think with the movie, we will follow the beats of the storyline from Silent Hill 2, but we'll change the looks of the characters, environments, so on. Just like the first film did. Though I think he'll stay pretty faithful with the creature design since Silent Hill 2 has the most well-known ones, and it's based off Silent Hill 2, of course. Will Pyramid Head be shirtless? We shall see. Silent Hill Ascension. This game seems to be a live, real-time, interactive experience. Basically a live stream community-driven mini-series with choose-yourself adventures. Not too sure if it's a full game. You can change outcomes, be a part of the scenes, and shape the Silent Hill canon. But there is no reset button. This is a real experimental thing it seems. Not too sure how it will work. Maybe they'll give times for everyone to jump into whatever this is, and once it goes live, you'll make choices together. Will it be a one and done deal, or could you rewatch it whenever though? Like I wonder if once the choices are made, whatever this is will stay online somewhere for you to watch whenever you like. Or will it just disappear forever once it's done? My opinion, I'd say it'd be in episodes once a week. You'll have the week to make your own choice, and then once the week ends, the choice with the most votes will be locked in and you will go into the next episode the following week. Something like that seems reasonable. There's not a hell of a lot to go on with this one. It's coming 2023 and you can see the creature in the teaser trailer, which looks very Silent Hill. We will see how this one goes. Now one of the main announcements, Silent Hill F. This is the most interesting thing shown in the showcase to me. It's the most different thing shown too. At first you might think it doesn't really look like Silent Hill, but I like that. The game looks like a confident step forward instead of just sticking mostly to the rust and the blood. We really don't get much yet, since we have just got a cinematic trailer, but man is the trailer fantastic. From what I've read, this game is said to be the next mainline entry, Silent Hill 5 as you will. The game will be set in 1960s Japan. which is really good, I think. I'd love for Silent Hill to keep doing mainline games set in different time periods and styles of creatures. Have the styles within different cultures that become ingrained with the creatures, and having the different time periods will freshen up what we explore as well. Like the Past Life comic set in 1967 following a cowboy. That comic, for example, as well as this new game, that will keep the series fresh in the future. In terms of the trailer, we start by seeing a rice field. You can catch a scarecrow in the rice field. It's wearing a school uniform and looks pretty twisted, very unsettling. The trailer follows a young woman through an abandoned town. Roots are closing in on her very quickly. It seems like they suck the blood once they attach. They overwhelm her, and we cut to a flower platform with her ingrained in it. The roots have completely taken over her body. We see body parts floating through the water too. Very interesting. We then cut to her face. We hear a last gasp of breath. A tear runs down her face, followed by blood. Then her face peels off. Very disturbing stuff. The trailer ends with the original Silent Hill music piece, but with a Japanese style. So damn good. The trailer is great. I'm sure there's a lot of symbolism that I missed, but I'm sure there's people out there, like the Gaming News for example, that have broken it down now. The game has a lot of promise. This game will be the next big step forward for the series, I think. I can feel it. Going into the new era of Silent Hill. Developed by Neobands Entertainment and with a story by Rikishi07, which is said to be a great horror writer. I don't know too much of his stuff though. I think this game will be a 2024 release. I think Silent Hill 2 coming next year, as well as the online experience. I don't think they will put up too much in 1 year. Speaking of, let's finish off by getting into the Silent Hill 2 remake. I want to break down the trailer and then go into some overall information and thoughts. We start the trailer with the PT Roach, cutting to James looking in the mirror. Very famous scene. It's not the full scene, so I don't want to get into it too much, but it does seem a little less striking. Going out the bathroom, we see a little bit of the environments. A man does this game graphically look pretty incredible. Like James moving the skin on his hand, seeing how detailed the environments are, really good. The environments seem pretty faithful too, just looking in the background. You can even see the van in the far distance, for example. While this is all happening, you hear a new version of the song, I'm pretty sure it's called Magdalene, which the new version is as beautiful as the last. We get a little look at the town and I think it all looks great. The fog in the buildings all look pretty good. We do hear Mary's voice in the background. I think the voices sound pretty good based off the trailer and what we hear so far. Akira Yamaoka and Masahiro Oto are back, which is fantastic. They are both working closely with the game development team, which is Bloober Team. We get Pyramid Head being a naughty boy. This scene is a lot different with how it's laid out. In the original, James would quickly go to the cupboard to hide, but in this, James goes in afterwards. But changes like that I think are good for remakes. Keeps things similar, but keeps us surprised at the same time. We also get a shot of Lara. I wonder if she will have a playable section. The shot does give that impression. We could get her character a bit more fleshed out. They might cut her fart face line though. Too much for today's time. James in the background is giving dialogue from just before the two Pyramid Heads fight, I'm pretty sure. So that's somewhat confirmed. We get a shot from probably the hanging puzzle. You can even see the markings of his wedding ring. The remake does seem to be going pretty heavy in the more cinematic route, with showing more cutscenes of emotion. We get a good look at the nurses, which they look pretty good, and the environments again look very nice. James doing his thing. A scene from what I reckon is the section where you have to run with Maria from Pyramid Head. Then the trailer ends with the first meeting with Maria, I reckon, in a different location. Oh wait, we actually see Pyramid Head, and I think he looks good. Less bloody and dirty though it seems. Maybe he'll get more to that point as the game goes on. Now the game is a PS5 console exclusive for a year, and it's on PC as well. No release date yet, but I reckon we are looking at a 2023 release date. The game does look pretty polished already. Everything in the trailer was in-game, which is pretty crazy since it all looks good graphically. The game is over the shoulder with added combat mechanics, which does give the impression that this remake is taking a lot of inspiration from the Resident Evil 2 remake, having the over the shoulder look, when I think they could have separated themselves a little bit by having the fixed camera angles. Because we are already getting games like Alone in the Dark and Dead Space which are over the shoulder as well. So I think they could have done something that would have separated themselves a little bit more than all these remakes that have the same style of gameplay. I did see a video where it shows a little bit of combat, and it looks like you can lock on and dodge, but I'm not too sure how that all works. But maybe it's a timing thing with the risk-reward aspect. I don't think they'll go down the homecoming route with combat. You can get a good look at a Maria and more of the creature designs in the RE2 remake with the statues shown within the showcase. Maria looks like Maria, and the creatures look great. Also seems like we're getting the dog ending, since that stat was shown too. Very nice. Plus, Born from a Wish was mentioned in the showcase. Whether it's separated from the campaign, I'm not too sure. I would say so though. Now, my overall thoughts on the game. It's a weird one. I think it looks great, and I'm sure the combat will be better, as well as the overall animations. If there's one thing Blooper Team are good at, it's animating and graphics. In terms of will the atmosphere be up to the standard of the original? Not sure. We won't know until we see a section of gameplay. I do think the fog we see in the trailer looks good, and the environments look nice too. As well as, will this remake pay respect to the original storyline? I'm just not too sure how that will go. That'll be the biggest challenge for them. But with the big boys from Team Silent back, that does give me hope. I think what could hurt the storyline is diving too deep into the cinematic side of modern gaming now. The original had a lot of deep meanings that had more impact when you worked it out. You don't want things spelled out for you. We will just have to wait and see. I'm sure to see a section of gameplay to see if the remake will at least have the feel of the original game. Overall, I'm looking forward to checking it out. There's a lot we don't know about with the game, so we'll have to wait and see. At the end of the day, you want to have a remake that pays respect to the original game, but also surprises you. There's no point playing the same thing over again but with new paint. Well, anyway, to finish off the video, basically the way to break down what we got with the showcase is we got two AAA games, Silent Hill 2 Remake and Silent Hill F, which is basically Silent Hill 5. Then we got an indie episodic game, an online interactive experimental experience, yeah, that's a mouthful, and then a movie. I would say pretty much everything that leaked has been confirmed, besides the short message that got rated recently. So I'm not sure what's to go with that. Maybe that might pop up before the year is up. I like that each project is very different though. We're getting different flavours with the series. I'm very happy that Silent Hill is back, and I'm beyond keen to check out every new project that comes out with the brand. I think we will get the remake first and then each will follow. I do plan to cover every past Silent Hill game and movie with the franchise. If that is of interest, be sure to subscribe so you get notified of when I do, as well as when I cover any new content with Silent Hill. I also covered the recent Resident Evil showcase if you're interested in checking that out. With that, thank you very much for watching.